Hey YouTube, I've got a quick video for you today. I recently sold my Polaris Ranger and I purchased a 2019 Can-Am Defender HD8. We'll be doing an oil change for that. I apologize for the low lighting. When I had everything set up, the sun was still out, but it set faster than I could work. I wanted to go ahead and upload this in case it helps anyone. If it helps you, please like and subscribe to the channel. I appreciate everyone who clicks those buttons. So as you can see, I bought the kit from Can-Am. This was the full synthetic kit. I usually run full synthetic in my equipment. It comes with two 1-quart containers and a half-quart. And it also includes a small pouch that will include the washers and the O-ring that you will need. This is the pouch, and this is what appears to be an aluminum washer for the drain plug and the rubber O-ring to go around the oil filter cover. Simply just remove the old one, slide the new washer or gasket, whatever you prefer to call it, on. The owner's manual says do not use these twice. It's cheap insurance just to put a new one on it so you don't have any leaks. This that I'm pointing at is the magnetic tip on the drain plug, and this will catch any metal shavings or, in this case being the first oil change, residue from the engine. And I call it residue because it's not really a full-blown metal shaving. It's going to look like a gray mud when you wipe it off, and that's normal. If you're getting chunks of metal or shavings, then you probably have a much bigger problem. So I ordered this off of Amazon. You can see this box is destroyed. They shipped in a padded envelope for some reason. The oil filter metal ring completely bent. I think I paid about $50 for this. It was the same price at the dealer. I recommend just go to the dealer and buy it. You don't have to worry about this. I ordered off Amazon for convenience, and then I ended up having to drive across town to go get the new filter anyway. So I recommend going to the dealer for this item. I like to save money, but you're really not saving any money. So your first step would be drain the oil. I've already done that. And as you can see, there's a hole directly under the engine on the bottom of this plastic skid plate that they use. Simply reinstall your drain plug, get it fingered tight is what I like to do. You'll need a 17mm socket, and then get your torque wrench out, set it to 22 foot-pounds, and re-torque this back to spec. Using a torque wrench could save you a stripped out bolt hole, and it's much easier just to use it. So what you see here is on the passenger side of the engine. I've already removed the oil filter cover. This is where the oil filter will be. It has three 8mm bolts. And when I say 8mm, it's an 8mm bolt head on them. Remove those. The torque spec is 89 inch-pounds. Where I was just showing the rubber ring on the oil filter, dip your finger in some clean oil and lightly grease this. When you put it in, you'll feel the rubber sliding over the housing. Just push and you'll be able to feel when to stop applying pressure. This is the rubber O-ring in the pouch that comes with the kit. Also lightly grease this. When you put the cover back into place, line up the 3 bolt holes, which in this case it was hard for me to do with one hand while trying to hold the camera. And again, the torque spec for these small bolts is 89 inch-pounds, not foot-pounds. Make sure you check your torque settings on your torque wrench. 89 foot-pounds would most certainly break something. Where I'm pointing now are the 3 bolt holes. You shouldn't have a problem seeing those when it's during the daytime. And finally, refill your machine with oil. Don't forget this part. So the kit comes with 2.5 quarts total. The Polaris Ranger that I had, and I did the oil change in the past, the kit was perfectly measured. I dumped all 2.5 quarts into this machine, and it was way high on the dipstick. Ended up having to drain a little off, and I went back and referenced my owner's manual, and it says the actual capacity is 2.1 quarts. So what I would recommend doing is have your machine on a level surface, probably pour the 2 quarts in, a little more out of the small one, and get it just right That way you're not too low or too high. That's really all there is to it. I appreciate you watching, and again, I'm sorry for the low lighting, and I will do a better one on my next change during the daylight. Again, thank you, and please subscribe.